Hello, everyone. This is Talk for Glory, episode 232. We are hours, seconds, days, weeks removed off of a lot of shit. We are 24 hours, 72 hours, whole week moved off of New Japan Pro Wrestling's Best of Super Juniors. We're 24 hours moved off of Friday Night SmackDown. I don't know how many hours it is from now and Monday, but we are that long removed off of Monday Night Raw. We don't fucking watch NXT over here. No one watches Impact. And what really matters here when it comes to time is we are 24 hours away from going gambling. And what I mean by that is we are 24 hours away from going double or nothing. And as you guys know, when there's wrestling, when there's a podcast, there is Talk for Glory. So here we are to give you AEW Double or Nothing predictions before we dive headfirst into matches, all those things. Introductions are always a fucking must. I'm an V4.
I'm Young Smoove.
And this is Double or Nothing. How the fuck? Fuck no, we don't watch NXT, dude.
Sorry, brother. NXT K.
There's only one way. There's only one way to start off Double or Nothing. It's with a tag team match, player. So it is FTR, The Revival, whatever the hell you guys call them, Cash Wheeler, Dax Hardwood versus former TNT champion Daniel Garcia and commentator, wrestling legend, arguably one of the best technical wrestlers out there, Nigel McGuinness.
The past, yeah. Crazy. Enigma, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Kind of a weird pairing, but I understand why they were putting like Daniel. Yeah, I know. Daniel Garcia, Nigel McGuinness, kind of a weird pairing, but I understand why they did it. You know,
Daniel Garcia needs help after he's getting his ass whooped by FTR so much.
Yeah, but Nigel McGuinness, I don't know. I probably would have went with somebody else better.
I mean, Nigel kind of is standing up for
Daniel,
for Tony Schiavone in a way. I have no shame in admitting this. Nigel McGuinness in this match kind of feels like Pat McAfee and his match with Gunther.
I agree.
And here's the thing. Pat McAfee versus Gunther should have been about 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That lasted way too long for my liking as well.
But here, Nigel McGuinness is a lot more wrestler than commentator.
Yeah, Nigel McGuinness is a wrestling legend, so he has more wrestling experience than Pat McAfee.
So, with him in this match, it's not a situation of why is this commentator wrestling? Because it makes sense here. It's okay here. The problem is they're going against arguably one of the greatest tag teams in AEW in FTR.
Mm-hmm. Freshly off a huge turn, so they got new life.
Yes, after breaking Edge's neck.
So yeah, FTR right now, one of the greatest established tag teams in AEW history. And you combine them together, they're going against Danny Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. I do feel like in a lot of this match, Enigma, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get a lot of spots where Nigel tries his best to like save like Danny Garcia, like from like FTR's like beating they're about to try to give both of them. In a way, I feel like he's the more vulnerable one.
Honestly, with how Nigel McGuinness moves, he's going to really show that when he wants to, he will come back into that squared circle and show that he is a wrestling genius in a way.
Yes.
Now, is tomorrow going to be one of those cases? I think absolutely. I think we're going to remember that Nigel McGuinness was putting on bangers in the ROH against the likes of Bryan Danielson, Samoa Joe, and many others. But
Yes.
that was past tense. The times have changed. The future is now. So I'm gonna have to stick with and go with FTR on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with FTR as well. I think um I think Nigel McGinn is gonna be the it's gonna be the guy who's gonna take the pin. Has like Albert said in the comments. I agree with that 100%. I was gonna say it before it was even written. I do think he takes the pin here, and I do think he takes a majority of not majority, but you get what I'm trying to say. He's gonna take a
No, no,
lot
no.
of
I think majority. I think he takes majority of the damage.
yeah. I was about to say yeah. Basically, he's gonna take majority of the damage here because they kind of also want to make Daniel Garcia look strong, and then you have to tell a story as well. Just to get Noah out of the business next time, basically.
Right. Just like
Yeah,
say behind the commentary desk, man.
yeah. Just like Pat McAfee had to. Literally, it's kind of similar, just in a different way. That makes any sense.
Right. All right. So now on to our next match. It is a stretcher match between one half of arguably one of the greatest tag teams in wrestling to never go to WWE in Mark Briscoe, former ROH champion.
Them boys, and we got Ricochet. Uh, hello.
In a stretcher match, no less. Yeah, I can hear you still.
Okay, good. So we got Mark Briscoe versus Ricochet in a stretcher match. It should be probably, in my opinion, probably an underrated match on the card. Anytime you get a
I
stretcher
think it
match,
is.
anytime you get a stretcher match, anytime you get Mark Briscoe in any kind of fashion of these kind of matches, you already know what are you gonna expect, what to expect. To be honest,
Yeah,
and we
Mark
got somebody
Briscoe
like
kind of is
Ricochet.
like just that perfect foil of whether it's one on one, whether it's a street fight, whether it's a dog collar match, whether it's a stretcher match. Mark Briscoe really shows out.
Yeah, you already know he's coming on like bullshit. He's gonna come and show and get. He's gonna be extreme basically. Ricochet lately. I don't really know too much about what's going on with him. I've been watching and seeing like I'm not a big fan of the heel turn so far.
Honestly, I love Ricochet's heel turns.
I think it's better than what he was doing as a face for sure. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, Enigma. I just can't buy into it. I
Like
can't put
I
my
like the
finger on
fact
it.
that this heel turn has like given him an actual personality, and whether it's just like him thinking he's like the cockiest shit ever, that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine, man.
At
Because
least it's
all
better
that
than what he was
means is,
doing, right?
yep. And there's a saying in life that I think like Rick should probably should like live and die by, and it's everyone thinks they're hot shit till they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
And I
And
think
that's
this is one
literally
of
the
those
attitude
moments
of
where
Ricochet, yeah.
Ricochet gets punched in the mouth. Ricochet's gonna fuck around and find out with Mark Briscoe now.
hmm
So I think Mark Briscoe's got it.
I'm gonna go with Ricochet. I think he needs it more. I think you need to build more on the Ricochet side. I love Mark Briscoe, but if you want to build him into a credible heel, why not pair him up and match him with a name like Mark Briscoe, who's already established himself in the business, not just AEW, but all around as a wrestler,
Right.
completely. I think this could be a match that can elevate Ricochet. To be honest, Mark Briscoe is the kind of talent that can do that if he wanted to. So I think he's gonna show out. He's gonna give a great performance. But I have Ricochet winning this.
All right. All right. Next is the Undisputed Era. I'm not calling them the Paragon guys. I'm not doing it. First, Adam Cole, baby, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. No Bobby Fish in sight. Versus the Don Callis family, Konosuke Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher. And in case you guys forgot, and in case you guys have been living under a rock, he is all elite. He is a fucking weapon, Josh Alexander.
Ah man, anyway, this is so tough for me, man. Ah,
One more thing. If we got any Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling fans, Josh Alexander is the Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling World Champion, first ever,
ever? Wow,
ever.
congratulations to him.
Shout out
Josh
Maple Leaf Pro
Alexander
Wrestling
is a fucking
out
beast.
here.
Josh Alexander's a fucking beast, bro. Takeshita, look at the year he's having so far.
Arguably, a lot of people, whether it be on this podcast or other podcasts, a lot of people are saying Takeshita might be superstar of the year.
He's having that much of an impact this year. So, and then we got Kyle Fletcher as well. You know, he's kind of
he might be on the verge of a breakout.
he's on a you know he broke out a little bit, and you know he took a few steps back, and you know they're trying to put him in position now to go forward again.
Minor setback. It's all good.
Yeah, it happens. You're not gonna get a rocket ship push. Like it happens. Some guys naturally have to build on it, but
right.
I feel good about this match. This is so hard to pick though. Like, do you go with the Undisputed Era, or do you go with the Don Callis family? Which both this is gonna be a banger. It's so hard. It's so tough to choose for me. What do you think about the match though?
Honestly, Undisputed Era's track record is fucking legend. Arguably one of the greatest runs in NXT. When I think of NXT Black and Gold, I think of Johnny Gargano's, and I think of the Andrades, and I think of the Tommaso Ciampas, but I can't help but think of the Undisputed Era.
I agree. Bro.
They're one hell of a tag team.
Yes.
Adam Cole, the 2019 Conflict Glory Superstar of the Year. Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, multi-time tag team champions. But that was way back when we new era and
AEW.
Don Callis family and this is a new company. And the Don Callis family, for better lack of terms, are just too damn dominant right now. You got Takeshita, who started the year as a double champion with both the International Championship and the Never Openweight Championship, which again he is still Never Openweight Champion.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's broken the record for most defenses in a single run.
Damn.
Yeah. You got
we got somebody like fucking Josh Alexander.
Yeah, you got fucking Josh Alexander, who is a fucking unit, and I've seen his matches. My favorite match of his, well, first off, I'm gonna go off by tag team. I love the North versus Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Individual. My favorite match, and no, I'm not gonna fucking say Moose.
I was gonna say Moose there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that shit.
I was joking though. I was gonna joke and say Moose. Huh?
My favorite match with him is Mike Santana. Just because it felt so raw and real.
Sexter, secret is out about Josh Alexander.
Yes, he was the best kept secret.
And then what?
And then I was going to say, to give credit to Kyle Fletcher, if I haven't already, that dude is on a warpath of greatness, where if it's not today, if it's not tomorrow, if it's not next week, next month, I promise you Kyle Fletcher will be a champion before the end of the year.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's guaranteed. I think when that's a guarantee, that's going to happen.
So much so that I think Kyle Fletcher pins Adam Cole.
I'm gonna have to go on this era, bro. I think they desperately need this. I think they need some momentum going. Like, yes, they're established, they have the names, they have the credibility, but what have they really done together in AEW so far? That's really like, I don't know. I kind of think we need to get this. Huh?
Anything like noteworthy?
Yeah, anything like noteworthy, like the undisputed kingdom. That was the name, right? That was a fail, right?
Yeah, that was just like merging the kingdom in the Undisputed Era.
Yeah, that was a freaking fail completely. And then now together again, all three finally after Kyle O'Reilly was like injured for majority of his time since coming, right?
Yep.
So now it's upon them, like it's time to reform the Undisputed Era, and I think we need to bring back the relevancy to the group. I think they need it. They desperately need it. I think they need this win.
I think so too, but again, like they're against an all-star team. Again, Takesh, Fletcher, Josh Alexander.
Ah man, yeah, I know. That's what makes it so hard.
And I
Damn, I'm
rarely
gonna go
choose the
undisputed.
Don Callis family. I'm
Yeah, I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
Don Callis
undisputed.
family.
Okay, okay. I think this is gonna be a banger though. I think we get a banger out of these three, out of these six people.
Oh, how can you go wrong with all six of these men?
I just hope the placing on the card is really good, because depending
Right.
on the
Oh, that's
placing,
another thing. Dr. Glory card placing is not the same as
the
how it's going
actual,
to be
yeah.
Double or Nothing.
I just hope the actual placing on the card is gonna put them in a position where they can be successful. Like, and not having to like feel like they had to fill the spot basically because out of another match that just happened.
Right. Maybe
So I
the
think,
I think like under better cases, I would have had this open, but there's another match that we're going to talk about.
yeah, I think you could place this in the middle, like right in the middle,
Okay, that's
like
not
number six. I mean, no,
that's not a bad idea.
yeah, because there's nine matches, like number five, number six. You can place it between them, like throw in a few matches before. Because I feel
Right.
like,
Maybe do the stretcher match. That's
yeah, this match needs a lot of momentum. We need the crowd behind this match. It's the only way it's
yeah.
really gonna
Really
take
get
off. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be good, and I can't wait to see it for sure.
all right. Next is the damn, I don't know what to call these teams. Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Katsuyori Shibata, and Willow Nightingale versus the Death Rider. So John Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Matt and Nicholas Jackson, the 2024 Talk for Glory Tag Team of the Year, and Marina Shafir in a Anarchy in the Arena match.
I love these
Now,
matches.
yeah, I was gonna say I love these matches, and I know there's probably one person out there just gonna say it's just a glorified street fight. Yeah, I love that shit. Me, this be me. Chills. I love that chaos. I am about that action.
Yeah, me too. Even if it's a glorified street fight, when the fuck has a street fight ever been a bad idea? And it's a street fight that starts anywhere basically. Usually, a
That's
normal street fight is in the middle of the ring, right?
yep. And
Yeah,
then
but yeah,
those,
get into what you was gonna say.
it's also for people where I guess on a certain level this counts as an intergender match. On a certain level, because we got Willow and Marina.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is that a first?
we might see something crazy. We
Oh
might see
man,
Marina take a V trigger, a house call, a muscle buster. I forgot what the whole Swerve fucking does as a that's what Powerhouse Hobbs does as a finisher. I think it does like a power slam. Like that kind of just makes sense.
wait, I'm gonna be real
Shit,
with you, and then when you can't go wrong with this match. Look at the names in these matches. Like,
of course, we have Shibata in this, and that
I'm
dude
gonna
almost
say,
regular one-on-one match.
I'm gonna say we got Claudio Castagnoli, we got Wheeler. Well, yeah, he's not. Yeah, who gets him? We got Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson. We got John Moxley, Maria Shafir. Like, yeah, we got a lot, bro. This is stacked.
Like who knows? Maybe Willow might take a Death Rider.
You think so? I think yeah, I think we're gonna get it.
Like,
I think
we might see Willow take a EVP trigger.
either that or like you said, a Death Rider. For sure, we're gonna get a spot where one of the men do something to the woman. Something's gonna happen. Something crazy. I think we get a spot like that.
Like I could just see something crazy. Like let's say Shibata and Joe both hidden sleepers on the Young Bucks,
Yeah.
and who knows? Maybe V trigger house call combo.
Damn. Even though
Yeah,
I
the
will
Death.
admit this,
Hmm? What was
I
that?
will admit this. I'm not a fan of the whole Death Rider thing. Yeah.
Right,
That's the group, right? I
right,
forgot.
right.
Yeah.
That's a group. That's Mox,
Yeah,
Claudio.
yeah. I haven't been a fan of it, but hey, you can't be mad at the Stadium Stampede match, like at all. So I'm really looking forward to this match, and I'm gonna be definitely entertained.
I will admit, I'm a little curious. I'm a little curious to see if Gabe Kidd shows up, because whether he's David's dogs for real, he's Clark Connor's dog for real, he's Drilla Maloney's dog for real, whether he's just Bullet Club War dog affiliated. Does Gabe Kidd have John Moxley's back? Is my question.
Yeah, because I found it weird how he just showed up and then this week passed, he didn't really show up. So I was like, what the hell? You guys left us for nothing.
Yeah, he showed up.
No, I'm talking about like, wait, didn't he not show up in one of like, as
No,
of
he showed up.
recent? Oh, he did. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, he showed up. So who knows? Maybe the Death Riders might have the advantage. And I understand they gave like their little reasoning about Gabe Kidd aligning himself with the Death Riders, about wanting to kill AEW from the inside. I understand that.
Oh
Now,
God.
if you're a New Japan fan, you're gonna remember that Gabe Kidd literally said "fuck AEW, fuck WWE" like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
And now he's
So
getting
if
himself
you're still
involved with
confused about,
AEW.
yeah. So and then if you go just a little bit like before that, I mean after that, if you guys were watching Resurgence, where they did Bullet Club War Dog versus Bullet Club Pass, so Young Bucks and Good Brothers, War Dogs weren't fucking with Good Brothers or Young Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So then to see Gabe Kidd on AEW, it's like, huh? That's the confusion.
You're like my boy went against his word, basically.
Exactly. So that's a confusion where I don't think it comes from like AEW fans that that are just like, oh, Gabe Kidd is random. Like, why they add him? The outrage, the confusion comes from New Japan fans, because we're watching you say fuck them, and you're saying we don't fuck with them, and then you show up on AEW.
Yeah.
So maybe this is all a setup. Maybe Gabe Kidd is just cracking the door a little bit open to let the rest of his dogs in, and who knows, maybe Bullet Club War Dogs lay everyone out.
I think you
I
should
know
do
Clark
that.
Connors
I
is
don't want
busy.
him. I think they should do that. I don't just want him involving himself with the Death Riders. I think it's gonna literally be the death of his debut, and if he does join AEW eventually,
Uh,
because
I mean,
the
he,
Death
he's.
Riders suck. Let's be honest. I'm not a fan of them, bro.
I was gonna say that like he's still like New Japan.
No, but I'm
Um,
saying like affiliated with AEW. Like
no,
I
yeah,
don't want
yeah.
him.
And
It can
again, like
start. It can start something for like something like Forbidden Doors type thing, right?
right. That's kind of my goal here.
Yeah. It could be the beginning of stuff. It could be the beginning of how you call it?
Invasion.
An invasion. There you go. An invasion to like he said to kick down the doors for the Bullet Club War Dogs.
Yep.
I can see something like that happening because I don't really want him associated. If it's nothing outside of that, I don't want him associated with the Death Riders. They're literally the death of AEW.
Uh, Actually,
Hello?
I'll ask I'll ask like viewers for future reference, guys. Would you like that Gabe Kidd only aligned himself with the Young Bucks and the Death Riders, basically as a secret mode to slowly but surely let in the rest of Bullet Club War Dogs? So he's letting in Drilla Maloney, he's letting in David Finley, he's letting in Clark Connors, we're letting in Robbie X, we're letting in Taiji Shimori. Is Gabe Kidd only doing this to get his dogs in?
Yeah.
And if that, and to be fair, to be real, if that's like the whole setup, like it's just straight, oh no, I don't fuck with these guys. I'm doing this for my dogs. The first thing I
Hello?
do is come through that forbidden door, gore somebody, fucking dap up.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, the first thing I need is Clark Connors to hit the gore on somebody, dap up Gay Kid, grab the mic and tell everybody
that's my dog for real.
that that's his dog for real. But we're a little focused on
I
Gay
think it's
Kid.
definitely an invasion type of angle. I think that's the way to go. I don't think he's gonna affiliate himself while being in New Japan with the Death Riders. Wouldn't make sense to me.
Honestly, I think I guess the wrestling world is in a space has
Yeah.
been clamoring for that. That a lot of people, whether it's WWE, AEW, or TNA, even you guys have been asking for a Bullet Club invasion for a long time.
Why not? Why not now? Right? Perfect time, perfect opportunity.
Yeah, so why not now? And honestly, for Forbidden Door season sounds like the best idea. But we've been on Gabe Kid. We've been on the War Dogs. We need to talk about
Who do you got
who we
winning?
have win. Honestly, I have the Death Riders and the EVPs winning.
I'm
As
gonna
for
go
who
with
I think
Kenny.
is the pin here, I think Powerhouse Hobbs takes it.
I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega, Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Shibata, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Right? Willow
Yeah.
Nightingale. I'm gonna go with them taking the W here.
Okay, not bad. All right, so now we're about to start talking about some gold, some championships. You guys know when it comes to winning a title, you gotta break a few bones, you gotta hurt people.
Oh God.
Out for the AEW Tag Team Championship, which realistically should be a double title match. It is the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, the most fit guy out of 70% of the AEW roster, versus the Sons of Texas, Gold Dust, Dustin Rhodes. Call me what the fuck you want. And I forgot that Sammy Guevara is still employed.
Oh God. I think I can't even lie. Why? Why? Are we getting this? Why?
Don't know, don't care. I'll run the. Oh wait, I forgot. They won a number contenders match. There's the story.
Oh God.
I'll keep it brief because realistically, I love ROH. For you guys that don't watch, that's fine. I do. The Sons of Texas probably should have lost their tag titles to the Righteous.
Wait,
To
aren't they
make a long
undefeated as
story
well?
short, hmm?
Aren't they undefeated together as well?
No, they've lost a couple times.
Really? I could have sworn like. Are you sure?
Short, I'll be honest. Hurt Syndicate win this, and this looks like a light day. Let Shelton Benjamin just carry this match.
Yeah, this is too late,
It's an
bro.
easy check.
Dustin Rhodes
And
and
for
huh?
for you guys that think we're downplaying Dustin and Sammy, look at Shelton Benjamin. Look how he moves in that ring, and tell me we're downplaying.
No, I'm completely downplaying though. I'm not a fan of the Sons of Texas at all.
Oh no, I'm not talking about I'm talking about downplaying in ring wise.
Oh
Like
yeah, no, Emery Rise, no, they're good. They're good. Dustin's a legend. Sammy's an up and comer, like still, which is crazy. But yeah,
again, Shelton Benjamin probably by himself can pack them up.
yeah. I got the Hurt Syndicate, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Still gonna push the agenda real quick. Kevin Knight, join the faction, please. Um,
Did we get Kevin Knight or Cedric Alexander? One of the two.
one or the other. MJF is just a temp.
I feel like MJF is gonna turn face again.
I hope not. Like, let's not do that.
Otherwise, why would he be involved with these dudes? What is he trying to prove here? Like, what is he getting out of this?
MJF knows where he's the safest. You know, he had Wardlow, he had the Revival, he had Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears, whatever.
Fuck, you want to call him, right?
Yeah. Who else he had? For like a brief stint, he had the Inner Circle. So he just knows where to align himself with. He's a smart man. I'll give him that. I'll give the devil his due.
Yeah, but come on, bro. You serious?
Don't worry, this isn't permanent.
MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. I don't
Right.
know. Me personally,
For
not a
you guys
fan.
that get this joke, MJF is missing a criteria to join the business.
I get it.
But that's the most I'll say. If you guys get it, you guys get it.
Oh god, that shit is funny as hell. By the way,
Um
did he see how he saw his mother? He called his mother a bitch and he tried to shut the fuck up recently.
oh yeah, that.
That was
Yeah,
insane. I'm like, damn.
I'm not going. You know, The only thing that made me think was, damn, you lucky you don't got Hispanic parents.
I was just about to say that. That is not flying around in my household. Like,
Shit, you getting combos.
doesn't matter
But
what age it is either.
be all and end all, Hurt Syndicate win, easy bread for both last
Easy defense. Easy
champion.
defense. Easy. I don't even think they're gonna break a sweat.
I don't even think this goes past 5 minutes.
I mean, it shouldn't.
Like worst case scenario is, can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Worst case scenario is Bobby Lashley gets tagged in. And why is that the worst case scenario is? Because Shelton Benjamin is nice. He's a good man. He'll go, you know what? We can play for 5 minutes. You tag in Bobby, that's a spear, 1, 2, 3. Like, it's 1, 2, 3, we back in business. Get the fuck in the limo. But anyways,
This is
that
easy.
is the tag title match. Now, let's talk about the AEW Women's Championship. It is the girl that can give your heart a power bomb, AEW's newest signee. She is the Venus. She is Mina Shirakawa versus the AEW Women's Champion,
The GOAT.
the GOAT, arguably best character going on today in women's wrestling.
All across the board.
All across the board. Keyword, I said character, guys. When it comes to wrestler, that's a discussion, which I
That's
fucking
a
love.
debate, yeah.
But
definitely in AEW, no discussion.
no discussion. But
And yeah, she's better than Mercedes, guys.
is she better than Athena though? When that bell rings. Oh wait, we're
I
talking
don't
about
know.
characters though. We're talking about characters though.
Oh yeah, of course, character wise, yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about too.
Okay, just making sure. But the thing we forget, the thing that we love to remind a lot of you guys is that she is the 2024 Women's Wrestler of the Year. She is timeless Toni Storm.
Wait, Enigma, before we even get into detail, does she have a legit opportunity, like, to go back to back?
She has a case, but if we're gonna air it out right here, I would say she either has a case for pulling back to back, or Io Sky being the first ever 2-time.
It's
Or
tough, man.
maybe if some of you guys watch Marigold, maybe Mayu Iwatani might sneak her way into this.
It is a
Actually,
very tough position, to be honest. And the kind of year she's having right now, everywhere I look on freaking Twitter, all you see is Tony Storm, bro. But then again, you can't discredit Io Sky either.
yes. Like if I had to give like the big four, the big five, I would say let's be real for just a moment. The talk of the towns have been Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné, Io Sky, Mayu Iwatani, and Stephanie Becker. I will give
Yeah.
its credit. I will not watch it though.
Who?
Stephanie
Yeah,
Becker.
yeah. Yeah, I mean,
That,
I hear ringing bells, but like again, like we said, I don't watch NXT. I wouldn't really know what's going on like down
uh,
there. But if you're ringing bells, you're doing something right, right?
right. But yeah, so that's the big five, guys. So who knows? Maybe by December,
It could all change. It's still very early in the year.
of course, we're about to be like at the halfway mark. June is basically next week.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this match. A match that was built off of history, love, and probably on some level sexual tension. But it is Mina Shirakawa making one hell of a statement. I think she even pinned Toni Storm to get this opportunity.
Damn. Really?
Yeah, so Toni Storm was on a little streak of never being pinned via eliminator matches, but the streak is over, and Toni Storm has found her next challenger in Mina Shirakawa. So I'm waiting for this car to pass by. My God.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for it to. I hear it, so I'm like, wait, guys, I'm sorry. All right, it sounds good now.
Like, Jesus, fuck. Um, But yeah, so Tony versus Mina seems like a match that you would have gotten tired of. You thought maybe it's a one and done, but no, because the first time was over Mariah May. You may as well have said it's custody over Mariah May. But now it's just two women that want to go out there and say, God damn it. They
For
love
Justin
women's
Mariah.
wrestling because of us.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know too much, so this is why I'm like not.
Responding as much.
Yeah, at least not about this match, guys. I'm being honest with you guys.
But for you guys that know, for you guys that watch, you guys know how good Mina Shirakawa is. You guys know how much. Actually, let me first say this: if in London, in Canada, in Scotland, in Tokyo, people believe in Joe Hendry.
I was about to say you sound like Joe Hendry right there.
If you guys believe in Joe Hendry in those areas, I know for a hardcore fact that in Japan they wanted Mina. In New York, they wanted Mina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure in the UK they wanted Mina. So I don't know where the hell AEW Double or Nothing is, but I'm sure there, most importantly, they want Mina.
It's gonna be in Arizona this year.
Okay, so there they will want Mina, and they will get Mina, and they will get her in a timeless form because this match will be timeless.
Who you got?
But hmm?
Who you got?
but tomorrow and the day after and the week after, all the way to All In, the TV will be black and white. The times won't be changing. The clocks won't stop because the winner will be timeless Tony Storm.
I definitely agree.
Now,
I have to say, huh?
where does Mina go after this? I would love to see her start challenging now for the TBS championship. After all, um, Mercedes did take the Rev Pro Women's Championship from Mina, so payback is in order.
We could definitely see another like angle run about it. Angle run. Why not? Right? A trilogy? No, not a trilogy. A second match.
No, yeah, it's
I'll
second
get
match, right?
back.
I think
Basically,
it's second because
I'll
the
get
first one
back.
was at Dynasty, and then we're here. Well, if it happens
Yeah,
somewhere,
she could potentially get back. I would like to see that.
but now we're on to the AEW Continental Championship. That featuring the Rainmaker, defending champion Kazuchika Okada versus another one of AEW's newer signees. It is Speedball Mike Bailey.
Yes. Oh my god, this is hard. And here's why. I think now is the time and potentially the time you kind of give the Continental Championship to somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of on that same boat.
I think it's time. Okada has done all he can, has done all he can, and he's held it for pretty long. So I think it's time we hand it along to somebody else,
Someone a lot more fresher.
fresher, newer. I can
And,
definitely see somebody like Speedball Mike Bailey doing it. Why not?
and Speedball is one walking highlight reel
Hmm.
because I didn't watch TNA when Speedball was there, but I was there for AEW Dynasty when it was him versus Ricochet versus Omega
Mm.
for the International Championship. And my God, has Speedball made me a believer. He even made one of our
So,
friends a believer.
and this is what I'm trying to say, man, bro. Like, why not? This could possibly be like the perfect opportunity to give like somebody else the Continental Champion. Because to be honest, Okada's done all he's could, like I said, and it really has gone its course. I don't think he needs the title anymore. To be honest, with you, to be honest, I don't know. I don't think he needs it anymore.
I completely agree. I genuinely think that best bet is just it's time that he drops the belt. And honestly, if you want, you can put him in the main event scene now. But there's also a match. There's also an agenda that I know a lot of people are pushing. A lot of people want this.
What's
I'm
up?
going to go with Kazuchika Okada to win this because at All In, there is a potential winner take all title unification match, and that is Kazuchika Okada versus the cleaner Kenny by God Omega
Oh,
at
yeah,
All
I
In.
forgot about that. Damn, yeah.
So to see
Who do
that
we
match,
want to?
to fulfill the
Yeah,
promise, Kazuchika Okada must win this.
yeah. You're right. Damn, fuck. If you put it in that kind of terms and stuff, then it would make more sense. Cause come on, like, who wouldn't want to see a winner take all match between Okada and freaking Kenny Omega, bro?
And
I
I'm
mean, look
sure,
at the rivalry, the history they have already.
mind you, I'm one of the few people that don't want a Kenny Omega versus Okada match. I think I'm sold out on this, but winner take all in. I think there's no better final chapter.
Yeah, this is where you this should be the last setting of a potential showdown for
Yeah, this is
sure.
a
It's been
showdown.
hinted. It's been hinted like recently, a lot recently.
Right.
Like,
Even at Dynasty, right when Omega retained, he celebrated, and then all of Philadelphia heard that coin drop, and just everyone chanting all in.
yeah, it's just bound to happen. Don't get me wrong though. I think Speedball is gonna put up a hell of a match, and we're gonna get a lot of moments in this match where we're like, "Holy shit!" Do we? I feel like he's gonna get the crowd behind him where they're gonna want it to happen. But like you said, just because of that, I changed my mind. Like, I think it's gonna be Okada because that's the only way to go. I think at this point.
Right. As for how will Speedball rebound? So two things. I genuinely think like he's going to be a champion sometime between probably next year, or he
Do you
might win
make him?
titles with Kevin Knight.
I was just
Personally,
yo, I was just about to say that. Like, what? Do you throw him into the tag division,
yes,
chasing
I
tag team
would
title
love for
gold?
him and Kevin Knight to team up. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Hey man, why not?
I mean, they
But
they
yeah,
had a match against the Young Bucks.
I can see it happening. They're gonna get gold around their waist eventually. I mean,
Yep.
Speedball, Mike Bailey's
So
gonna get it
Speedball is
eventually.
definitely a champion in the making.
TNT included, any title really, except for the world right now.
Yeah, of course, gotta build that up.
Yeah, yeah, you can't just throw him into main event scene like, right away.
But if we're talking about championships, call this um the precursor to a championship run or a championship match because it is the Women's Owen Hart Foundation Cup Tournament Finals, where it is Jamie Hayter versus the CEO, the legit boss, the blueprint,
Boss.
um, the not New Japan Strong, not New Japan Strong Women's Champion. We know who's that now. The Rev Pro Women's Champion, the TBS Champion. It is Mercedes Monet.
The true belt collector. Let me stop.
Okay, about that one. So this match is I know it's kind of painted in Mercedes' favor, but something about Jamie Hayter being just this red hot, going through the tournament, a woman on a mission, really sells me the idea that we could be getting Jamie versus Tony at All In. And if you guys think they've ever had a bad match, I'm here to tell you, no, the fuck they haven't.
They did it, yeah.
Give me Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm today, tomorrow, next week, and next month.
I would have liked to see that again, but like you said, there's a lot of matches on this card that's potentially going to be headed towards a certain area. Do I want to see like Jamie Hayter get a win here? Yes, but do I think it's going to happen? No, because due to the fact that I do think eventually at All In we're going to get Mercedes Monet versus Tony Storm.
So I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that before we did predictions. And I'm gonna lean more towards Jamie Hayter because I know a lot of people think, oh, if Mercedes loses, what is she gonna do? I think in a attempt of desperation, Mercedes is gonna go, I need to be at All In, I need to be a champion, I need to win a championship. And All In is in Texas. There is a goddess, a fallen goddess, a minion overlord, a forever champion that is also from Texas. So, to put all the chips on the table, all the money on the line, all the gold on the line, if we're getting Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm, I think as a second option, we get Mercedes Moné versus Athena. Winner
Ooh.
all. Could Athena's reign end?
And Mercedes become the true belt collector?
Forget the belt collector for a second. She just ended the longest reign
Longest reigning, yeah.
run
Yeah, it's
of
kind
the
of tough, man.
2020s up to 2010s.
I see your point. I can see what you're trying to say, but wouldn't you want to see like a Tony Storms and a Mercedes Moné match at a big stage, like All In?
Oh, I definitely would. I definitely would. But that's just my prediction because I'm literally like left or right. Like today I say Jamie Hayter, tomorrow I might say Mercedes Moné.
Okay. I got Mercedes winning this though, for sure.
That's perfectly fine, man. So we're about to hit the main event, guys. So I want to thank everyone that has been listening, people that have been commenting. So leave, thank you for showing up, man. You're showing up pretty damn early. Albert, thank you for all the comments you've been leaving, man. I know you're at work, man. So the fact that you took the time to hear some talk for glory and do your job, that's great,
Yeah.
man.
Really appreciate it, my boy. Thank you guys.
And then for you guys that are subscribed to Talk for Glory, because we are close to 2,000, that's pretty impressive. And then for you guys that are just going to be enjoying Double or Nothing, and maybe you guys want to hear some Talk for Glory predictions, thank you for future listeners. But don't just listen, guys. Do one of the things that Talk for Glory recommends. And I know some of you guys have memorized some of the outros, intros, just as we have. You guys know what to do, and that's to follow the socials. What you guys can do is follow us on our Twitter. So follow Enigma V4, Enigma underscore V4 underscore. That's my Twitter.
You can follow me and my Twitter at YoungSmoothTFG.
Follow me on my Instagram at Enigma period V4. Follow me on Twitch at Enigma underscore V4 underscore.
Well, if you guys want a game, if you guys ever want, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, you can follow me. Wait, hold on. You can follow me on my Twitch at Smoove A1. I was just
And
recently live, guys.
wait, you were?
Yeah, just playing Call of Duty. The
Oh,
boys.
yeah.
If any of you guys are into Call of Duty, let me know, man. Come run some
Yeah.
Warzone.
If you guys want a game with us, you guys can add me at Enigma V4. No space, no period, no underscores.
Yes, and you can add me at Smoove A1.
All right, guys. So with that all being said, um, with all that being said, we're here at the main event, and what a main event we are at. It is Redemption versus Ascension. It is Cowboy versus Assassin. It is Horse versus Billy Goat. It is Hangman Adam Page versus Will fucking Ospreay.
Oh man. Guys, this is what can we say really? We have two of the best, literally two of the best performers in AEW today. We're gonna finally get Will Ospreay versus Hangman Adam Page. This is a match I've been wanting to see at Nightmare for years. Well, since he joined AEW, which wasn't that long ago, which is crazy.
I mean, even if like you go back, they've never one-on-one because for the majority of Hangman Adam Page's run in ROH / New Japan Pro Wrestling, Will was a junior heavyweight. So this is the first ever one-on-one match.
This is the first time ever match. Should we label it as that? The first time ever.
It's the first time ever.
And every other week we're gonna keep talking about it. The first time ever. And I'm just joking.
And then just to point this out, because this is important. This is, I believe, Hangman's second Owen Hart final.
Did he win? No, right?
No, he's never won.
Huh.
Which is funny because Will, on the other hand, has won multiple tournaments, multiple gauntlets.
And the winner here gets a world title match, right?
Yes, and the winner here gets a world title match against Jon Moxley.
Ooh, at All In.
And you know, we've had Hangman versus Mox. We've had Will Ospreay versus Mox. And Will recently did point out that he's never beaten Mox. But Hangman has. So, on a certain level, on a moral high ground level, the winner of this can go on to All In and save AEW, become the hero of AEW.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and knows a thing or two about being the hero and saving everyone, because if AEW was a book, Hangman is the author, because what a story this cowboy has.
Yes. I think this is a tough one for me because you can't go wrong with anybody who wins this match. It makes sense for both guys, and you can make a case that if both guys, whichever one wins, it's gonna potentially save AEW, become world champion. The
Exactly.
true savers of AEW and become world champion. So for me, this is a you pick your poison type of match. Like, not your poison, but you can pick whoever you want.
Pick your hero.
Pick your hero. There you go. It's a story between both guys, and regardless of anyone, what a moment it would be to have Will finally beat Jon Moxley and have his moment at All In Texas, right?
Right.
Then you got somebody like Hangman, who's already beaten Moxley multiple times before in the past, who's already has been a world champion. So he got what it takes and knows what it feels like to win a world champion and beat Jon Moxley. So
And
this is what you can't go wrong here, right?
right. And if you followed the Hangman story from the first time he won the AEW World Championship, me personally, I believe that is the greatest story in all of AEW, Hangman and Kenny Omega. But story aside, the feel good moment that is Hangman Adam Page after going through so much, falling so hard, from losing his sanity, losing himself over a man that broke into his house, a man that had no friends, a man that retired a fallen angel in Christopher Daniels, a man that burned down Swerve's house, only to come out on the other side a better man, a changed man,
And world champion again.
a world champion again. And I think, aside from it just being the world champion, this can be it was all worth it for this moment. I am finally back. You know what time it is? It's time for some cowboy shit.
I mean, it is in the state of Texas as well.
Of course, of course. And we do love Country Boy Hangman. But,
Yeah, I was about to say Enigma,
you know, as much as the people have waited for Hangman, we've waited for that cowboy, we've waited for that hero, we've also had an assassin.
Billy Goats.
We've had a Billy Goat. And in case you guys aren't listening, in case you guys are falling on deaf ears, the people, they're chanting who they want. They're chanting for that hero. And the name that they are chanting for is Ospreay. Ospreay. So, is it time for Will to be that hero?
Enigma, I think it's time.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's time. Last year, when he faced Swerve, maybe it wasn't the right time. Maybe Don Callis screwed him over.
Whatever the case may be, it just wasn't the time.
It just
Now,
wasn't the time. Will was this close to being AEW World Champion, to being a double champ. But that wasn't the time. Maybe this is the time. But to know in his soul, to know in his heart, he has to go through Hangman Adam Page.
first,
And in life, there's winners and there's losers. And it sucks to say, but I think Hangman is the loser in this case.
I agree. as much as it sounds good on paper and it sounds good, it would be a good story to say, to talk about. I
Hangman
just
Adam
think
Page, the cowboy that saved AEW. That sounds fucking beautiful.
exactly, but I just think it's Will's time. I think the time is now for Will Ospreay.
And
I
before
got
we
Will
get,
Ospreay winning this.
yeah, before we even get to, Will versus Mox, he has to get through Hangman, and it's gonna put on the class. Who knows? Maybe this might be a 5-star.
Oh my gosh, bro! Anything less, I'm sorry to say this, and I know this sounds crazy, but anything less than 5 stars is a disappointment for me. These two guys in the same ring together, and you guys can't put on a 5 star match. I don't see how it's not possible.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be possible.
And I have strong belief it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I think it's gonna happen for sure.
But with all that being said, I have Osprey winning. What about you, Smoove?
So do I. I have Will Ospreay winning, guys.
All right, guys, we've cleared the
Ospreay.
board.
Ospreay.
We have given our predictions. You guys can also give your predictions, whether it be here in the comments or in the Talk Flory Discord. I hope you guys all enjoyed the AEW Double or Nothing predictions, and I hope you guys enjoy the show as much as we do.
As much as
What you
we
don't,
enjoyed it.
if you don't like something, don't cry and bitch and moan about it. If you did like something, let the world know. Let us know on our socials. But above all that stuff, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I hope you guys go outside, touch some grass. But I hope you guys stay safe, have a great day and or night, because time zones are fucking weird.
Yeah.
And most importantly, enjoy wrestling, guys.
Yes, guys.